Hello everyone, welcome to Rome Tips. Today we will be discussing a common problem many Excel users face: how to convert days to months accurately. Show screen capture of an Excel spreadsheet with a column labeled days and a column labeled months, approximate.
Astérisque.
Have you ever needed to quickly estimate how many months a certain number of days represents? Maybe you're tracking project timelines, calculating employee leave, or just trying to get a better sense of a long duration. Whatever the reason, manually dividing by 30 or 31 just isn't precise enough. In this video, I'll show you a few different methods you can use in Excel to convert days to months. We'll cover a simple formula for an approximate conversion, and then we'll dive into a more accurate method using the EDATE function, which takes into account varying month lengths. By the end of this video, you'll be able to handle this conversion with ease. Brief pause, pointing to the days column.
Astérisque.
Okay, so first, let's look at the simplest way. We're going to assume an average month length. While not super accurate, it's quick and easy. Let's say we have the number of days in column A. In column B, we're going to input a simple formula, equals A1/30.44. Type equals A1/30.44 in cell B1 on screen. Explain that 30.44 is the average number of days in a month over a 4-year cycle.
Astérisque.
Why 30.44? Well, it's the average number of days in a month when you take leap years into account. This will give us a decent approximation. You can drag this formula down for all your values. Demonstrate dragging the formula down to apply it to multiple cells.
Astérisque.
Now, if you want a little more accuracy, especially if your dates are important, you can use the EDATE function. This is a more robust way to convert days to months because it accounts for the actual length of each month. Highlight cell C1, label it Months, Accurate. Here's how it works. The EDATE function adds a specified number of months to a starting date. So, we'll need a starting date. Let's assume all our calculations start from January 1st, 2023. In cell C1, we'll type the following formula, equals EDATE, January 1st, 2023. A1/30.44-2023-01-01. Type equals EDATE, January 1st, 2023, A1/30.44-2023-01-01 in cell C1. Explain each part of the formula, EDATE, starting date, A1/30.44, subtracting the starting date. Let's break that down. EDATE, January 1st, 2023, A1/30.44, gives us the date that is A1/30.44 months after January 1st, 2023. We then subtract 2023-01-01 from the result, which gives us the number of days between the original date and the EDATE result. Finally, since EDATE formula is giving us days, we need to divide it by 30.44 to show months. Emphasize the A1/30.44 part, explaining why it's still used. If there are questions, redirect people to the comments. And again, you can drag this formula down to apply it to all your values. Demonstrate dragging the formula down to apply it to multiple cells. You'll notice the numbers might be slightly different between the approximate and the accurate methods. That's because EDATE takes into account the actual days in each month. Compare the values in columns B and C. So there you have it. 2 ways to convert days to months in Excel. Choose the method that best suits your needs. If you need a quick estimation, the simple division formula is fine. If you need greater accuracy, especially for financial calculations or projects with strict deadlines, the EDATE function is the way to go. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to Rome Tips for more Excel tips and tricks. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or other Excel challenges you'd like me to cover in future videos. Thanks for watching. Show outro screen with channel name and social media links.